What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, a topic within the fandom and the community that has been going on for almost 20 years now. The live-action movie hate, whether it's the new universe movies from the Bumblebee movie or Rise of the Beast, Transformers 1, or if we're talking about the old school Bayverse stuff at this point. Kind of crazy I'm saying old school Bayverse when that was like mainstream for like 10 years, but time flies, things get old, but this whole topic, it's something that I've been in the front lines for since almost the beginning. I was a young kid when the 2007 movie came out, so I saw it in theaters opening day. I think it was July 3rd or July 4th, and ever since then I've been hooked on Transformers, whether it's G1, Unicron Trilogy, Beast Wars, movies, whatever, it doesn't matter, comic books. And I started going on the internet around 2008, 2009. I first started on YouTube watching stop motion videos. And for any of those of you who are old enough to remember, Dark Spider David reviews and stuff like that, Optibotimus, all that stuff, And I started going on TFW around 2009, 2010. Maybe a little too young, but whatever. I mean, I was exploring all across the internet, so I was bound to come across TFW at some point. But I started looking on there, and it was just weird to me. Like, so many older fans who were in their 30s or 40s or late 20s at that time, who were into G1, who are like in their 50s right now, just hating on the movies for... I mean, there are some valid reasons. I'm not going to sit here and say Bayverse is perfect and they handled these characters amazing and nothing should be changed in those movies. Even though at this point they're so classic to casual fans that, I mean, what are you going to change at this point? People already know these movies, so I mean, in that respect, not really, but obviously as a Transformers fan, I do see problems and holes in it. But at the same time, even though there are valid arguments and complaints to be made against the Bayverse movies especially, some of the derogatory and just straight up insane stuff I saw in TFW, especially back then, you don't see it so much now, which I'm really grateful for. It seems like we're making strides in the community. I don't know if the G1 fans just matured over time as they got older, or if they just, kind of just stopped doing it and they got tired of it. Maybe it's a mixture of both, one or the other, I don't know. Back then, during Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, around that time, kind of with The Last Night too, but that was more so like a unified, holy crap, what the hell is this movie? But especially for those first couple movies, I'm not going to go into detail on some of the stuff that I've seen over the years on TFW and online in general. But, bro, people would get into name-calling arguments, like all capital letters into this crap over a Transformers live-action movie, bro. It would just be insane to see, especially as a little kid. I don't know, I really didn't think too much of it other than, okay, this is crazy and this is kind of funny at the same time. But looking back on it now, I'm just like, oh man, what were people doing with their lives? Like, these were grown men. These weren't teenagers arguing over it. At least I don't think. I mean, sometimes there were teenagers, in their early 20s or in their teens arguing about this stuff. But I mean, most of it, probably 90% of it, was dudes arguing about this not being G1 enough, or G1 needing this or that, or Bayverse, needing to go to hell, and Michael Bay needing to commit, which is absolutely insane. This is some of the stuff that I've seen, and again, I'm not going to go into complete detail. It's weird looking back on it at my age. I'm in my 20s now. I was a little kid when all this stuff was going down, but I was still in the community looking. I didn't have an account back then. I didn't make a TFW account until like 2015. It was something that I just watched from the sidelines. I was a spectator. I was spectating all this. You still deal with it now. Like, I get G1ers in my comment section sometimes when I talk about something that isn't G1. It doesn't even have to be Movieverse. It could be something from freaking Beast Wars, UT, Animated Prime, or some of the new stuff, whatever it may be. I get these crazy dudes in my comments sometimes why are you making videos on this crap? G1 only matters. I'm unsubscribing. Like, literally stuff like that to the max. Sometimes even worse, man. And I'm just like, sometimes I just I delete the comments and block the channel or the account, whatever, and I just move on. Sometimes I reply to them, and I give them a piece of my mind, because my mindset is, who do you think you are making a comment on somebody else's channel that they worked hard on to get this following, to get monetized, whatever the case may be, and you come on there making nasty comments, making all this negative energy on somebody's video, and that person, who is a human being, has to read that comment that is either completely dogging on you personally, or just making fun of your views in a completely negative light that is just so disrespectful. Like, how do you think that makes an actual human being feel? Like, it kind of ruins my experience sometimes, but I have tough skin. I could take it. I just either go back and forth with that person, or I just delete their comment and block their channel. Simple as that. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm not one to like go crazy over cyberbullying or something, but it still is something that is absolutely ridiculous to me. Like, if we saw each other in a freaking Transformers convention or whatever other nerd Comic-Con you want to throw out there, TFCon, whatever, if we saw each other in person, I guarantee you some of these dudes would not say something to me. I mean, I'm not going to brag about my physique or anything, but I freaking work out. Like, if people saw me in person, you would be like, man, you lift? Like, I mean, I work out 4 or 5 days a week. I'm not playing around about my physique or my strength or anything. So, I mean, it's just kind of stupid to me, people making these comments. And a lot of these dudes are in their 40s and 50s with no lives, and it's just weird to me. And I'm getting sick of it, dealing with it over the years and seeing people dealing with it. Now, again, it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still there. It's still something that's prevalent in the community, even though certain people in the community, whether you're a big name or not, try to argue that it's not, and G1 fans are some perfect bubble in the community, when, let's be real, they're not. There's never been a perfect bubble within the Transformers community, or any community or fandom, as a matter of fact. I mean, look at Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. It's the same exact thing. So trying to sit here and rewrite history to the point where this never happened, and crazy G1 fans never hacked computers of people working on the movies and sending death threats and stuff like that. That stuff happened. You can't rewrite history. So I just wanted to make this video talking about some stuff that I saw back in the day. Even though I've talked about in previous videos, I wanted to make a more dedicated video on it, and something to highlight that it still goes on today. Again, not as bad as before, but it's still something that exists, and it's still something that I and many other channels and people just in the community in general still deal with, these weirdos. And there's some people that don't deal with this at all, which is great. I mean, you're lucky. But, sometimes, and maybe there's a first time for everything. Maybe that person that is going to type this in my comments deals with that type of person a day from now, a week from now, a month, a year, 2 years from now. You never know. It could still happen to you. Some weird stuff in the community with the live action movie fandom, and if you're a fan of it, how some people react to that. And if you defend the movies, how people react to that. Not all fans, obviously, but certain crazy G1ers, or just Transformers fans in general. Like, I wanna make this clear. You don't even have to be like a strictly G1 fan to be like this. Like, sometimes you get people who are a teenager or around my age in their 20s or 30s who grew up with something that wasn't G1, that is either a G1 fanboy, or they like other parts of Transformers, whether it's the IDW comics or Transformers Prime or animated or whatever. And you get crazy comments from those people dogging on you for liking the movies or making personal comments about you. It's not just G1 fans, but the prime example, the majority of it, the most classic examples of it are from hardcore crazy G1ers, from what I've seen. It's something that has been in the community for close to 20 years now. And, I just wanted to make this video as something to kind of open the conversation for people who agree with me, I know I'm going to get people who don't agree with me or whatever, but majority of people see what I'm talking about and agree with me. And if you're trying to come in here and say this never happened, I mean, just go on the Wayback Machine and try and find old threads. You don't even have to go on the Wayback Machine. Just go through the TFW boards over the years. Maybe a lot of it's been deleted. I mean, there are moderators over there. A lot of stuff has been deleted over time. But at the same time, there's still a lot of stuff that's still there. So, I mean, just do your research, look through if you want. A lot of that stuff may be deleted again, but I don't know. But I know a lot of people out there can back me up, and it's still something that's talked about. It's not like I'm the only one that mentions this. There's a bunch of people that talk about it in the community still. So, yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about, getting hate for live action stuff and being a fan of it sometimes? Even though it has gotten better over the years, it's still something that exists in the community, I'd say. All my social medias are linked down below, including my email if you guys want to hit me up about business inquiries or if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motion photography or your regular display shelves in your homes. You could either hit me up on any of my social media accounts, or you could just email me and we can work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye!